Hello, this is a video about health complications arising from early teenage pregnancy, specifically about disease as pre-eclampsia. Authors of this video are Ernar and Kayirkhan Sergali. According to a study published in The Lancet, teenage mothers, especially those under 16, have a higher risk of developing pre-eclampsia compared to older pregnant women. The study shows that teenage pregnancies have significantly higher incidence of preeclampsia, with rates about 1.5 times higher than those in adults aged 20-24 years. Another example is that the World Health Organization reports that preeclampsia is one of the leading causes of maternal and fetal morbidity and mortality worldwide. Teenage mothers with preeclampsia are more likely to experience severe complications such as eclampsia, placental abruption, and preterm birth, leading to long-term health issues for both mother and child. And another example is that data from National Institute of Child Health and Human Development indicates that the incidence of preeclampsia among teenage mothers is about 10 and 15% higher than in adult pregnancies. Immature vascular system. So teenage girls, particularly those under 16, have not fully developed their vascular systems. The process of angiogenesis, formation of new blood vessels, and vascular remodeling, the reorganization of renovation of existing blood vessels, is still ongoing. During pregnancy, the placenta needs an adequate blood supply to function properly. In teenagers, the incomplete development of the vascular system can lead to insufficient placental perfusion. Spiral artery. During early pregnancy, the spiral arteries undergo extensive remodeling. This remodeling is driven by extravillous trophoblast cells, as described earlier, and it leads to poor placental perfusion and hypoxia, which is lack of oxygen. Endothelial dysfunction. Endothelial cells line blood vessels and are crucial for vascular health. In preeclampsia, there is evidence of widespread endothelial dysfunction, where the endothelium, inner linings of blood vessels, doesn't function normally. This dysfunction leads to vasoconstriction, narrowing of blood vessels, increased blood pressure, and leakage of proteins into the urine. Antihypertensive medications are essential to manage high blood pressure, which is the primary symptom of preeclampsia. Controlling blood pressure reduces the risk of complications such as stroke, placental abruption. So antihypertensive drugs works by relaxing the blood vessels, vasodilation, or by reducing the volume of blood, thereby lowering the pressure within the arteries. Magnesium sulfate is widely used to prevent seizures in women with severe preeclampsia. Magnesium sulfate works by blocking the excitatory neurotransmitters in the brain and stabilizing the neuromuscular system, which prevents convulsions. Third solution is diuretics help reduce the blood volume and the pressure within the blood vessels by promoting the excretion of excess salt and water through the kidneys. This reduces the workload on the heart and lowers blood pressure. Diuretics are particularly useful in cases where fluid retention is contributing to high blood pressure. They act on the kidneys to increase urine output, which decreases the overall fluid volume in the body, thereby reducing blood pressure. Magnesium sulfate is the most effective treatment for severe preeclampsia, primarily due to its ability to prevent seizures. Its effectiveness is rooted in several biological mechanisms. Firstly, magnesium sulfate acts as a neuromuscular blocker by inhibiting the release of acetylcholine at the neuromuscular junction, which reduces neuromuscular excitability and prevents seizures. Additionally, it induces vasodilation by competing with calcium at muscle cell membranes, thereby relaxing vascular smooth muscles and reducing vascular resistance and blood pressure. Also, it provides cerebral protection by stabilizing neuronal membranes and reducing cerebral edema.
Magnesium sulfate has several ecological advantages. It is biodegradable and breaks down naturally in the environment, which minimizes the ecological footprint compared to synthetic drugs that might persist and cause pollution. Additionally, magnesium sulfate is generally non-toxic to both aquatic and terrestrial wildlife, posing minimal risk to ecosystem. But however, there are ecological disadvantages associated with its use, primarily stemming from the resource extraction and production process. The production of magnesium sulfate involves mining and processing activities that can lead to habitat destruction, water pollution, and soil degradation. These processes can contribute to ecological imbalance. Furthermore, the synthesis and purification of magnesium sulfate require significant energy inputs, which contribute to greenhouse gas emissions and climate change. To mitigate these impacts, more sustainable mining practices and the use of renewable energy sources in production are recommended. In conclusion, magnesium sulfate is a highly efficient solution for treating severe pre-eclampsia. It effectively prevents seizures, reduces blood pressure, and provides neuroprotection. Its advantages include biodegradability and non-toxicity to wildlife, making it environmentally friendly. However, the production process involving resources, extraction, and high energy consumption poses ecological disadvantages. Despite these drawbacks, the clinical benefits of magnesium sulfate is managing pre-eclampsia, make it an irreplaceable treatment.